Welcome to another episode of Dr. Brook on the Block. It's time to grab a seat, buckle up, and take a ride with me through the wild, wild west of the Web3 universe, where we're going to learn all about coins and tokens, NFTs and contracts, digital real estate and the metaverse, and so much more. There is a lot to get through on the block, but I am here to pave the way and help you avoid those nasty pitfalls and rug pulls so you don't get hurt. I'm going to also introduce you to some interesting characters along the way. Are you ready? Your ride starts now. Hey, welcome to another epic journey on the block with me, your host, Dr. Brook, the cryptopactor. And today we are going to be creating a case for blockchain technology. There is a reason this show is called Dr. Brook on the Blockchain and not Dr. Brook does cryptocurrency or Dr. Brook does NFTs, is because blockchain technology is what cryptocurrency and NFTs are built on top of. So with that, let's get started. I want to share with you 19 different stats about blockchain technology that is going to really help you, at least my hope is that it helps you understand that no matter what happens with Bitcoin, no matter what happens to the cryptocurrency that your friend is telling you to buy, if it goes to 10,000 or if it goes to zero, that does not matter. Of course, we hopefully don't want it to go to zero because, if we're financially invested in it, we want it to continue to grow and expand. But if it does go to zero, it doesn't matter because blockchain technology is where blockchain technology is the foundational piece of what makes Web3 Web3. And so blockchain technology, if we go all the way back to episode 1 of this podcast, I talked about it a little bit and the history behind it. But to quickly summarize, that happened, or the technology really was discovered in 1994, but it wasn't utilized really in a mainstream kind of way, or even in a normal, or in the way that we are using it now, until the creation of Bitcoin in 2009. And so to define blockchain technology, for those of you who are listening, and this might be your first episode of this show, so welcome. I just spoke at a awesome conference here in San Diego called Web3 Con. So for those of you who attended and heard about the podcast, I welcome you and hope you enjoy this ride today. Blockchain technology, to define the term, it's basically a digital or a distributed ledger. So it's a ledger all across the globe that allows people to have transparency in online transactions and ownership of their data. So the blockchain technology allows you to be able to see transactions as they're happening. And it's changed the world forever. It's honestly changed technology forever. And I know that that's a big statement, but it really, truly has. And we are sitting in a moment of time where we are at the greatest transfer of wealth, in my personal opinion. And I really want you to understand this. I want you to grow in this understanding of Web3. For those of you who did hear the presentation I gave, and for those of you who may not, I'm going to share this also. One of the things I said is, hey, lean in. Spending 10 to 15 minutes, like 3 times a week, listening to this podcast where you learn all about the different aspects of blockchain technology. You get to meet cool people building things in the space. But more importantly, like understanding the lexicon helps you to be able to do really good research and have a really good understanding to create clarity so that you can get into this space with so much conviction. And clarity is what I want to help you get to. But we first have to really paint a picture for blockchain technology. Why should you care about this? Why does it even matter? Well, let's talk about it. So first things first, it's capable of transforming everything from digital identity, how we interact on the internet, to the banking. And it's had a significant impact already, sitting here in 2022, on the way we live and work. Okay. So, first statistic to jump out right out the gate, the global blockchain market will reach $67.4 billion by 2026. $64.4 billion by 2026. This is by an analysis from Market and Market that they found that this industry will grow to a value of 4.9 billion from 4.9 billion in 2021 to 64.4 billion by 2026. Okay, next one. Worldwide spending on blockchain solutions hits 6.6 billion in 2021. Okay, that was last year, guys. Worldwide spending on blockchain solutions hit $6.6 billion. This was not forecast to hit. No, this is hit 6.6 billion in 2021. And, by 2024, the spending is set to increase to around $19 billion, with more businesses leveraging the technology across data validation, data access, and identity protection strategies. This is huge. It's growing. It hit 6.6 billion, and it's looking even to hit the spending. This is the spending, not the global market total, but what is being spent on blockchain technology in 2024, $19 billion. That's huge. That means there's a lot of big players coming into this space, whether they're doing it stealthy, and quietly in the background, or whether they're loud and, we'll let you know about it. Like Starbucks just started moving all of their rewards program into the blockchain. So this is huge. This is really, really huge. Number 3, blockchain will grow at a rate of 85.9% from 2022, where we're sitting right now, to 2030. And this is according to a study by AAA and Grandview Research, who surveyed or studied 3 million people worldwide that owned and used cryptocurrency in 2021. So those people who used cryptocurrency in 2021, those 300 million, they obviously are interacting with the blockchain, right? This rapid digitization across the banking, personal finance, and insurance sector, and the use of contactless blockchain ticketing at various events, concerts, uh, plays, movies, all sorts of things, has the potential to drive the market. I've talked about this in prior episodes. Okay. So they see this industry growing at a rate of about 85.9% between the years of 2022 and 2030, which equates to a value of $1.4 billion. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. $1,431 billion. Okay, that's that increase growing at a rate of 85.9 billion is $1,431 billion. Next thing, blockchain will boost global GDP by 1.76 trillion by 2030. Holy freaking cow. We are sitting like literally 7 years away from that. We're getting close to the end of 2022 already. And, the evolving market, the PwC, the Time for Trust report on blockchain, stated that the evolving market found the technology could improve global GDP by an average of $1.76 trillion by 2030. That's a total of 1.4% of the global GDP today. Okay. And this is based on the fact that 61% of companies are now placing digital transformation initiatives at the top of their list of priorities for growth. Again, I mentioned earlier, companies are coming in, whether they come in quietly in the back door and not make a big scene about it, or they're loud and want people to know, because people in this space are watching. Number 5, North America has the highest blockchain market share. Okay, North America has the highest blockchain market share. The region achieved significant increases in platforms and services dedicated to blockchain in the recent months. So we know Canada, United States, and Mexico make up North America currently. Okay, so the financial sector accounts for 30% of the market value for blockchain currently. The financial sector, the financial sector. However, the financial market currently accounts for more than 30% of the complete market value of the technology. The value of the ecosystem has also begun to spread to other technologies such as manufacturing, distribution and services, and the public sector. Blockchain, this one I think is really awesome, especially since I'm in healthcare. But blockchain in healthcare will reach a value of $1,189 million by 2028. By 2028. Okay, this represents a compound annual growth rate of 61.3% during this period. And with the rising issues of healthcare data breaches, during the pandemic and outside of the pandemic data breaches, the threat for counterfeit drugs, rapid demand for transparency in healthcare is fueling this growth. Number 8, 96% of financial service pioneers believe blockchain has achieved mainstream adoption. Now, they put this report out earlier this year in March of 2022. 96% of financial service pioneers believe blockchain has achieved mass mainstream adoption. I don't know that I necessarily agree with that, but we'll kind of read a little bit more about what they're saying here. Is a Deloitte study into the marketplace adoption of blockchain in 2021 found about 96% of financial service pioneers believe that blockchain is broadly scalable solution, which has already achieved mainstream adoption. Now, it may have achieved a lot of adoption, but in terms of mainstream adoption, there's still a lot of you out there, maybe a lot of you listening to this podcast that gain a lot from here, understand that there's still a lot more to learn. And I know that a lot of these financial services, especially with the SEC, trying to figure out what they're going to do in terms of regulations and all that stuff, there's still a lot to work out. And one of the presenters who happened to be a co-pilot on the show a few episodes back, got to check out her episode, Valerie Carrillo, did a whole presentation on NFTs at the event that I spoke at. Really great, awesome presentation. And at the end, she showed all these pictures of these huge, bulky computers, these bulky cell phones, the AOL sign, the internet prehistoric days. We look back at that and laugh. Like, I remember those days. I totally remember those days. And that's kind of like where we're at right now. So I don't know that we've hit mainstream adoption, but according to these statistics, blockchain statistics, that is what they're finding. Number 9, blockchain in agriculture and food will reach a value of 1.48 billion by 2026, just 3 years away. This report identifies blockchain technology as a revolutionary change for the food and agriculture industry, as it provides precise and tamper-proof insights into inventory and food tracking. The blockchain market in manufacturing size grew, past tense, grew to 85.64 billion in 2022. It's already happened. It's already grown that much. Manufacturing appears to be one of the fastest growing environments for blockchain in 2022. If you know from prior episodes, I always talk about this, that blockchain technology goes beyond just cryptocurrencies and NFTs, but really the use of smart contracts and how it's being utilized in full transparency, just like we learned about right now with the manufacturing being one of the fastest growing environments. So now let's talk about some statistics that go with blockchain benefits, right? So the number one factor that's driving blockchain adoption is provenance. Provenance. Oh my gosh, guys, if you're new, you know that I don't edit and I don't pronounce words always appropriately because I'm reading it one way and I'm hearing it a different way. But This has the incredible potential to help companies verify the sources of their products and track supply chain movement, minimizing fraud and contamination issues. So, the other driving factors behind blockchain adoption include improved access to payments and financial instruments with a value of $433 billion. Okay. The next thing, number 12, blockchain is forecasted to generate over $3.1 trillion in business value by 2030. So, adding blockchain technology to the business environment can have a significant impact on enterprise value. The report suggests that business value generated by blockchain will grow to around 176 billion by 2025. Now, I spoke to Meta Parlikar from Casper Labs, who is building a blockchain or has built a blockchain for enterprise utilization. Check out her episode, but this is talking about business growth utilizing blockchain technology. It's exactly what they're working on doing. 52% of financial service industries believe blockchain will have a value for verifying customers. Okay. They believe there will be a strong potential for blockchain in verifying customer billing instructions and reducing fraudulent activities. You'll hear a lot of people talking about, oh my gosh, crypto's for all the bad people, crypto's for if you're doing something shady, and all these things. And really, I mean, that's just a bunch of like air coming out of somebody's mouth. It doesn't hold any substance. Okay. So there's a lot of benefit to blockchain technology and what it allows us as a consumer to do. And it also allows companies to be able to reduce fraudulent stuff and, deal with customer billing instructions. Number 14, 86% of tech savvy teams believe there are huge benefits in blockchain. Okay, this is also from Deloitte, like they did this study, and they found that 86% of these tech savvy teams, know that there's a big, huge potential for blockchain. The number of executives who considered blockchain to be a scalable solution overall has decreased to 81%. Okay, so we moved down 5%, probably based off market conditions. Where they were in 2019 when they conducted the study to where they were when they conducted the study in 2021. So, side note. Number 15, blockchain could add $407 billion to the GDP in the US alone. This study demonstrated a significant potential boost to GDP from blockchain to virtually every country worldwide. Perhaps the most significantly influenced country was China. However, the US also had a lot of potential to unlock from blockchain for new jobs and financial growth. Let's talk about some trends for these last few statistics. 68% of executives believe data security and privacy are the areas in greatest need of modification to help boost blockchain adoption. Data security and privacy. While adoption of blockchain technology is growing rapidly around the world, experts predict there is a significant areas of regulation which need to be modified to allow the technology to go mainstream. They said that security and data privacy need to be upgraded in the regulatory landscape today. 57% of the respondents said industry-specific regulatory issues were in need of modifications, while 49% cited internal controls and financial reporting. Number 17, more than $270 billion in assets have been transferred via blockchain. $270 billion have been transferred via blockchain already. More than 300 million transactions have occurred in the blockchain landscape just up until 2017. Okay, that is crazy. Like, that's a crazy lot of money. Notably, these assets account not only just for the exchange of cryptocurrencies, but for a range of varied pieces of content and tools, including NFTs. Number 18, secure information exchange represents the most significant case for blockchain. Secure information exchange. We all want secure information exchange moving around in a secured fashion. Around 36% of respondents believe that blockchain will be essential with regulatory compliance, and 34% said it would give them more financial flow traceability. And number 19, there are more than 68 million blockchain wallet users. Alrighty, while there are many potential uses for blockchain, cryptocurrencies still account for a significant percentage of the market value. I do believe that this is a reason, or the reason for this is because a lot of people onboarding into Web3 first come into it with cryptocurrency. They first buy into cryptocurrency, whether it be Bitcoin or another coin, because one of their homies told them to get in. That is my story. That's how I got into Web3 until I began to understand the grander picture of blockchain, hence Dr. Brook on the block. But here, that statistic at number 19 pretty much kind of solidifies that idea and thought process in my mind that, hey, cryptocurrencies still account for a significant percentage of the market value. I do believe NFTs will start to help in the mass adoption, because I don't think we're there yet. I think we're still really, really early. And I think people are going to start utilizing NFTs and they don't even realize it. So there you have it, folks. 19 different statistics, all by different people. I'm going to put the link of the source that I used to create this episode, because I think it'd be great for you guys all to have a chance to read it as well, in case there's anything that you missed. And I didn't read it word for word. I even mispronounced some words, right? But that's okay, because we're growing and we're building and we're doing amazing things in this space. And I want you to join along on the adventure. I want you to feel confident. I want you to feel courageous. And I want you just to be able to move through victoriously, because now is the time. Now is the time to educate yourself through this bear market, through the time that we've, had as these markets are moving up and down so much, right? There's so much volatility. So take these, whatever one stood out to you the most, reach out, let me know. I'd love to hear that, because I know certain ones stand out to different people in different ways. And on that note, as we pull this ride into the station, I thank you so much for being here with me today. I thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide as we navigate the wild, wild west of Web3. And on that, keep your hands and feet in the ride until we get to the full stop. And once we do, you know the drill. Exit to the right, and we will see you on the next one.
You made it! Congratulations! That wasn't so bad, was it? I hope you laughed and learned a little bit more about this Web3 universe and how simple and fun it can really be. Would you be so kind as to leave us a review and share it with your friends and family? It would mean so much to get this out to more people as we embark on the greatest transfer of wealth that has ever happened in human history. Can't wait to see you on the next one.